Christmas?
I'm alright, thank you. How was you?
No, it's brilliant. How was your Christmas and the New Year's Eve?
It was good, it was
So,
quiet.
Did you spend it with your friends or family, or
I spent Christmas with my family and
Oh,
New
excellent.
Year's with my friends.
did you travel to anywhere else, or you just stayed at home?
No, I just stayed at home.
Okay, excellent. What was your main reason to start playing water polo?
Well, in 2007, I finished doing my swimming lesson badges, and I hated swimming up and down a swimming pool.
Okay.
And in Pencoed, they done a summer initiative of
Uh-huh.
water polo,
Yeah.
and I thought I'd give that a try, and I loved it.
Excellent.
And the coach there asked me to join his pageant club,
Mhm.
and then I just progressed on from there then.
Oh, great. How long have you been playing water polo? It's been a long, isn't it?
Yeah, I started playing mini polo in 2007, and then I started playing for Cardiff and for Wales when I was 11 years old, so
Mhm.
8 years ago.
And when did you join Cwm Draig? So how long have you been playing for?
I joined
For
Cwm
the
Draig
Dragons.
last September.
Oh, wow.
I was playing for Welsh Wanderers in Cardiff before
I
that,
see.
but then because I was down here I thought it was better to join Cwm
And why
Draig.
did you choose to play for Cwm Draig? So what were your motivations, and did anyone influence you?
Well, Daryl became our senior ladies coach, and it was so much better having him as a coach than a previous one.
Mhm.
So I thought I'd rather go to Cwm Draig, maintain that level of coaching.
I see, I see. Do you remember your first session with this club? How did the others interact with you, and was it difficult to settle in?
No, because I've been playing with the girls for so long, and the boys, because we all started more or less together, really. So it was just slot right in. It was no difference. When I was little and I first started playing water polo, he was there with the Aberdeen mini water polo club, and I used to call him the scary man from Aberdeen because I was terrified of him. But now I think he's great. He's such a good coach. I was like, he's a good coach.
Yeah, what made Cwm Draig stand out for you? So why is it like different than Welsh Wanderers? Do you know?
I think it's good because you all train together. Like Welsh Wanderers, it was all split. You had juniors, you had senior ladies, you had senior men, and you don't always get the numbers, so we couldn't always do good training sessions because you didn't have enough people. With Cwm Draig, you've got the boys there, so they push the girls, and you got the juniors, and then they get better because they're playing with seniors. So I just think it's much better.
Okay. What do you think, in your opinion, how could the club become better in like every aspect, and how do you see Cwm Draig's future?
I don't know.
It's mainly probably the number of training sessions should be
Yeah.
improved, shouldn't it?
Yeah, because we used to do, we used to get Ponte Lido in the summer,
Uh-huh.
and we'd train there as well, but that was all shallow, so it was really hard to play. But yeah, it might be nice to have like extra training sessions.
And how do you see the club's future?
I think it'll be a good one. And we're going to beat Wanderers leagues.
So you yeah. So you mentioned that you had the opportunity to play for Wales, for the
Yeah.
national team. Just tell us a little bit about that. So, what were your most memorable moments, tournaments?
My first, my main memorable moment is in, I want to say 2015. This just seems so long ago now. I scored my first international goal against Denmark, and it was a penalty. So yeah, that's my most memorable moment. But I've played in, I think, 2 Tri-Nations, 3 North Sea Cups, something like that, 2 EUs, and
Wow.
something like that.
Great.
I can't remember.
However, were you of the FINA Championship last year? Did you follow it or no? Not really.
No, I didn't know.
Okay, doesn't matter. And how could you evaluate last year's performance with Cwm Draig? Yeah, and also with Wales if you had.
Yeah, I think really to get that, well, catching the ball. I think that's such a big issue sometimes, and especially in tournaments, you get that first game and you're just a bit like, first game, and everyone plays a bit shit. And then you get into the second game and we're a bit better. Third game, a little bit more better. You need to get that level straight away.
I'm pretty sure that
a few games.
pretty sure that Darren told you lots of time like, guys, this is terrible.
Oh yeah. My mum wanted to make a sign because every time he shouted shit shot, they were going to put up a sign that said shit shot. But they never did.
Wow, excellent.
He shouts out a lot.
Okay, so since we know our opponents for this year, what are your expectations for 2018 with Cwm Draig, and what do you think?
I think
So what could we pursue?
I think we're getting a lot. We're improving a lot, and some clubs aren't. So I think that we could get quite a few wins in the leagues coming up if we carry on training hard.
Great. What are your plans for the future regarding water polo? So, for example, are you interested in coaching or refereeing, or do you want to get a GB call up?
Well, I was in the GB training squad ages ago, but didn't like it, so I quit.
Oh, okay.
I told them I had an injury, and I was like, I'll come back. Never did, because I just didn't like it. It was too clicky. But I'm already qualified as a level 1 coach, and I help down with the water polo in Bridgend. There's a Commonwealth festival in September, and I'd love to do that. That's one of my biggest aims, is Commonwealth. I need to be fit for that.
Very much.
It's okay.
Thank you.